Hello, my name is Michael Allen, and I am enrolled in the Digital Cinematography program at Full Sail University. I do all the classes online as I am not living in Florida. However, I do plan to go to the campus pretty soon. It's been a lot of fun. I've had great interactions with my classmates and teachers. Been good classes overall, and I'm really looking forward to getting into the more of the core classes coming up. For this email interview I did, it was actually with one of my instructors, Mr. John Walsh, who is up here. Here's his picture. He is actually the instructor of the History of Motion Picture Arts class that I had. He was a lot of help. He gave a lot of good information, study guides, those kind of things. It really helped you learn about the history of movies. So I did the email interview with him. He was very prompt with getting me his answers and had no problem doing so. So we're going to kind of go over what he said and what his opinions are on these questions. Number one, what do you see as the role of the visual arts in society today, particularly in your profession? Income and personal satisfaction for the visual artist. The fine line between art and commerce is more blurred than ever before. That was his answer on that question, and I agree with him because a lot of people that do art today are in it for the money. They found out how much they can make off of it, so they started doing it. Some people have the talent for it, but they're not worried about that. They just want the money out of it. And excuse me beforehand, I'm a little sniffly. I've been dealing with some allergies here, and I'm trying to work through it. So we're going to move down to number 2. New communications and media technologies make imagery almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or negative influence on your field/industry? Provide an example. Mr. Walsh actually said both. The positives, the ability to quickly find an innumerable amount of visual images and creative projects. The distribution of your own work has many more non-traditional outlets. Negative, a general lack of respect for the visual arts. The misguided belief that technology allows anyone to be a visual artist/director has cheapened the hard work of professional journeymen who take years to learn their craft. Above, I mentioned the ability to quickly find an innumerable amount of visual images and creative products. The proviso is that you must slog through piles of visual junk and home movies that anyone with access to a computer can post. Again, that's something I agree with. YouTube comes out and there's just stuff everywhere. Don't get me wrong, some of these people that don't have the education or the background that other people have, they still have the talent and still have the skills to do stuff. But you do have to weed through a lot of stuff that doesn't really fit to get to those good things, because the good stuff is usually hidden in the background. Because in this day and age, a lot of people go to the internet to get laughs, and they don't see and get to appreciate the really good stuff. Number 3, what popular images do you see that are frequently repeated throughout your industry? Marilyn Monroe, James Dean, the Kennedy assassinations, Elvis, Dracula, etc. Again, he was the teacher of the instructor for the History of Motion Picture Arts, and that I see what he means. There's a lot of use of those characters and personalities in film, so I definitely see what he means there. Number 4, who is one of your favorite visual artists, and what is your favorite style of visual art? Let's see. He says, film is my favorite form, but I appreciate many visual arts. His favorite for film, he has a favorite cinematographer, and that is Robert Richardson. For photography, he likes Ansel Adams. And art, Edward Gorey. This is one of his favorite artists. Personally, I have more film people that I like that I'm not going to list because it would take forever, but one of my favorite is J.J. Abrams. And then finally, number 5, how has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process? His response to that one was, we utilize our knowledge and appreciation of art to create our own style. It's the same as a musician learning and growing by imitating their favorite musicians. First it's imitation, and then it becomes inspiration and homage. I see what he means there as well. Again, I definitely agree with that. You start just trying to mimic something you see early on, and eventually you will have the talent and have the skills to produce your own good quality stuff. So again, that's the quick email interview I did with Mr. Walsh. Thank you, Mr. John Walsh, for conducting this interview and allowing me to ask you these questions and responding to them for me. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.